Well, what's going to happen right away is that the president-elect will put a transition team in place, and those people will start actually interviewing people for all of the positions that have to be filled by presidential appointment. There are approximately 4,000 positions that are political appointed positions in Washington. There's also a great deal of study. The transition team will be studying the operations of the various offices in the government so that they know exactly what it is they have to do. And in that situation, the outgoing president will cooperate with the incoming president's transition team to get them up to speed and show them what areas are going to need special attention right away and that sort of thing. And usually there's a lot of helping by some holdovers. That is, some people from the prior administration will stay temporarily to sort of smooth that transition. So as a practical matter, though, it's an enormous operation that is going to start working immediately. And it's going to take the entire time between now and the inauguration. So the president-elect's basic responsibility is to get ready to be president, which has to do with a lot of briefings and a lot of study and also personnel. His main thing now is assembling a cabinet. The other thing the president-elect is going to be doing is to map out the legislative plan for the first 100 days. There's this traditional notion that there's a honeymoon period in the first 100 days where presidents get their programs going, and that takes a lot of planning to figure out what your priorities are going to be, because then if you have legislative proposals, you're going to want to get those written up actually before you take office so that you can present them immediately to Congress for action. And also administrative priorities, things you want agencies to do and changes you want to make in the agencies. And if you want to make those changes right away, obviously you have to plan those in advance. Another area they're going to have to do is monitor what the outgoing administration is doing, because it's typically outgoing administrations, especially when the incoming president is of a different party, which is the case in this transition, the outgoing administration will take a lot of action, make a lot of rules, take a lot of personnel actions at the last minute, which the incoming administration is going to have to deal with, may want to undo some of them. And that's going to be also an important aspect of preparing for the transition. There are a couple of factors that make it likely that there's going to be a great deal of midnight rulemaking in the Obama administration. Number one, believe it or not, he's been relatively slow on making major rules. His major rules during the Obama administration have been bottled up in internal review procedures. So there's many agency rules that are sitting pending, big important agency rules that have been pending for a long time. And so if they want to get them done before they leave office, now's the time. So that's going to increase the volume. The second reason, of course, is that the new president has a completely different view of major policy issues than the outgoing president. Different party, different policies, and so the outgoing presidents in that situation tend to do more at the end in order to carry their policies forward and make their imprint on the law. So